And welcome back to another episode of Roll for Story, the Temporal Tower. Right now, the party are in the deep glass crevasse, somewhere in the black glass crevasse, even somewhere in the deep underdark, trying to find a tunnel that'll lead them round into the cell, a dark and mysterious prison constructed to hold one of the evil magocracy of the Ebon Star. Right now, you have taken a detour and worked your way through the caves of forgotten gods, and it seems one such god, the Grey Prince, has more of a connection to one of the party members as first initially realized. It seems Llyvelin's people, the Palthorians, once worshipped this god, and at some point there was a change of heart. They abolished magic and cast out those who believed in it. Those were the lucky ones, of course. Those beliefs began to corrupt even more until eventually they now actively hunt and kill those who practice it. And Llyvelin got to speak with Avonatha the Whisperer, one who used to lead this congregation, one who used to teach the people of Amon the Grey Prince. And she doesn't know where it all went wrong. She almost sort of blames herself in some regard. And 5 of the other spirits here, they're all high priests of the Grey Prince, and they each seem to be able to bestow a blessing to those who are able to commune with them. And each time you do, it seems it also bestows an ancient elven language to you as well. Like the knowledge is passed on to you. So right now, Sinali spoke with Ravendor, the clasped hand, who gave them strength. Llyvelin, you've gained a casting of magic missile, and I believe Zacchaeus, the tiefling here, who's been hearing the voice of the Grey Prince, they spoke with Avondil Whitemoon and gained advantage on intelligence checks. There are still 2 more spirits if one would want to commune with them. And I think, Eirina, you stepped into the circle and began to reach out, open your mind, meditate, whatever it is. You're attempting to speak with one of these, yes?
I don't know if Andy would like to go first, because my idea is to try and speak to them as a collective.
Get out of the circle, then.
Just yeet me out of the entire dungeon, that's fine.
Just tossed you out of the ring.
Yeah.
All right, wait. That's up to you, Andy. Would you like to go first?
You know I don't like this kind of mumbo jumbo summoning stuff. This is weird. Do you remember what happened last time?
You don't have to. I was just offering.
Oh, I'll give it a go.
You got this, Andy.
Okay.
Hello?
You have to remember Kirstie left when we started this bit, so she doesn't know. She needs a bit of context.
If it works, make sure to speak a name.
My name is Andalee Alamin. Hello?
No, not your name. One of their names. There's the other 2. There's Sophie Windrunner and Farron Dawn-Speaker. Or you could speak with the ones we've already spoke. Can't say. It's up to you.
I know what I'm gonna do. Because I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have a D5.
You
Darn.
just do /R space D5.
You can still roll a d5. It's just not a button.
/R space D5. And I'm going 1 from the top, rounded by.
Sure.
3. So
Avondale.
1, 2. Avondale.
Yeah. All right then. So you call out Avondale White Moon's name, and I just need to ask how it is that you are communing with these spirits. What action do you take?
I mean, this is Andy, so it would be musical at base, or maybe through a dance. Actually, would be more.
It's like a rain dance, but for ghosts.
Yeah, exactly. Sort of thing.
Okay. Perfect. Then give me a performance check.
Okay. I have not opened her character sheet yet. That was smart of me.
You can always
Um,
press C or double click your token. It does.
I've got it.
Okay.
Performance. Do-do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that is the highest check we've had so far in
Woohoo!
terms of communing with the dead. So there's no disruptions to this. At first, it does seem like a lot of the spirits sort of rush forward. Maybe they want to get in on the dance, but as soon as you call out the name of Avondale, it is the one spirit that begins to float forward. And yeah, they're much more cloaked than the others. Their face is sort of hidden behind a veil. They're wearing these long, loose robes.
You have a
And-
cloak like I do. Look, mine has a hood too.
She seems to nod, and she almost does like a spin into the air and lets her kind of loose flowing robe sort of spin and sway in the dance that you're in the song that you're performing.
Okay, I think I like you, and of course your name has moon in it, and I'm stars, so you got moon and stars. I like this.
She takes a bow, and what sounds like Elvish at first suddenly shifts to common, but doesn't sound like she's changing her language, more so that you're just suddenly able to understand it. And you can add to your character sheet that you now know Ancient Elvish.
Oh my
as well.
god!
Yeah,
Nice.
that's a thing.
Cool.
And,
I suddenly know how to speak Elvish.
she says,
Oh, you didn't
she says,
speak in the first place. Wow.
No, I don't think so. You got Common, Primordial, and Thieves count, but now you definitely do. It is. Let me add it. Da-da-da. But while I'm adding that,
I speak to Andy in
She's-
common Elvish, and she doesn't understand.
no.
You're too basic for
All
my
this time.
Elvish.
They speak to you and say, yes, this knowledge has been gifted to all of your companions. This is a dialect perhaps lost to time now, since it is likely hundreds of years since we were alive.
Wow. And you've been stuck here all this time?
Not entirely. Some of our energy was stored here as a way to help those who wish to commune with the Grey Prince. The most
Yeah, sorry, carry on.
most of our soul has passed on. This is simply a fraction of our spiritual energy stored within the pillars.
Do you like being stored in pillars? It sounds a bit cramped.
It is a duty that we gladly perform if it means the Grey Prince does not fade away into obscurity.
I get the idea of duty, but it still sounds uncomfortable. You can be honest with me. Don't worry, I won't snitch to you.
We have each other, although we have very differing views. But I suppose that's what keeps us all engaged for so long.
But also, diversity in views is a good thing. Otherwise, you just got one person who decides everything, and it's not actually good for everyone.
Very wise. Yes.
I mean, having come from the bottom of the barrel, I know that myself.
Hundreds of years of debating can be tiresome still, but if it wasn't for our presence here, Aemon the Grey Prince would have likely completely gone, like the rest of the forgotten gods here. We aimed to prevent that. As such, there is still a slither here, but they are fading fast.
So, apologies if I've already been told this. Was he the god of?
She thinks hard and long by the looks. There's sort of a moment where her gaze sort of breaks away from yours and has this sort of 1,000-mile stare into nothingness. At which point she turns back and says, "What he was has nearly all been forgotten. I can only tell you that they were of an ancient elven origin, one that mostly revered magic and the sharing of its knowledge, believing it could be used for good. But now, all I sense from them is a great longing and loneliness."
Well, if it helps your situation, I am a bard. I am a muse. I have the ability to spread the word through song and dance. So I can always sort of do that.
You would share the word of the Grey Prince?
Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, he didn't doom the world, did he?
They shake their head and they take a deep bow towards you and they say, "Thank you. We couldn't have hoped for anything more.
All I
The
ask
only
is,
way..." Go ahead.
all I ask is, you tell me as much as you possibly can, so I can help put it into song.
She thinks for a moment and says, "A god needs followers in order to exist. It is their prayers and faith that feeds their divine spark. Most have since passed away, and the faith forgotten. With that, the god grows weaker, and as their followers shrunk in number, so too did their domains. In essence, what this means is those few followers that remain, it is their beliefs, their influence that changes the gods' domains, shifts them in different directions. Those who believe of a powerful, spiteful god would likely in turn create one. A sort of self-fulfilling prophecy, if you will.
Hmm. Okay.
If, in essence, if you bring music and song and dance to the faith, that will likely mold the Grey Prince. It would likely expand their domain to such things.
I will be, of course, honest with you. I personally am not one to follow a religious sect, but that doesn't mean I cannot believe, and it doesn't mean I cannot help. So, if it is for the greater good, and it will bring people joy and help some people, I don't mind doing it.
As you say the words greater good, there is a flash beneath the veil. You see both their eyes seem to shine with a silvery moonlight. And
Pretty!
it's almost as though there is a recognition. The greater good. Yes, I remember now. This was one of the Grey Prince's domains.
What, a place called Greater Good?
No. A domain can mean an ideal.
Okay.
Like, let me think, for example. She says, for instance, yeah, like, for example, Ilmater, god of the broken god. Their domains were of life and twilight.
Okay. Leave it with me. I will, of course, need time to compose and to figure out how to best do this. But I will do my best. As all anyone
Thank
can
you.
do.
And she says, you are of great wisdom, and I in turn shall help you exemplify that. And I think as a reward, she sort of gifts to you not only the language, but sort of amplifies your wisdom. And so for the next 24 hours, you can have advantage on wisdom checks and saving throws.
I am wise.
Indeed.
I'm the youngest in the party. Well, of course, apart from oh my
Sinali?
god, I'm so sorry, James. I've forgotten. No, Sinali.
Sinali.
Yeah, Sinali.
Yeah.
That's it.
Technically,
Except,
whilst
Technically, no.
physically the
He's like older
youngest,
than
she
all-
might.
He's older than all of us.
It's true. Yeah.
yeah, that's the funny thing.
She'll kind of like give a curtsy as best she can because of course she's got puffy trousers on rather than a skirt. But so she'll hold like the ends of her cape and give a bow. You know, nice chatting with you. Maybe see you in the future. Maybe I do not know. We're doing wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff as well. So maybe in the past. I don't know at this point.
All right. She takes another bow, and with that, I'll grant you wisdom of the white moon. Now, let's change this. This could be quite useful, actually. Wisdom. And we add another. Just adding the effect. All right. And after that, Eirina, you wanted to talk with one of them?
Whoop.
I wanted to try and talk to all of them. as a group, as a collective.
Now, you saw what happened last time when someone tried that.
Yeah, I know. But I'm hoping that because of what I can do with candlewick and one of the spells that I have, I might be able to manage this.
Oh boy. Okay, well, yeah, you do risk a backlash, but you're more than welcome to try. How are you exactly? What action are you taking to speak with these spirits?
Um, so I have something called Spirit Shroud, where I can
The
call
spell.
forth the spirits of the dead, plural.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping by using that I can, like, almost call them to order.
Interesting. All right.
And obviously because of what myself and Candlewick kind of about, I'm hoping that I can kind of hold them in place for just a few minutes. Because these people have probably not spoken to each other in a very long time either.
Well, you just learned from Andy they did, and have.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that at the time.
Okay.
If it's not doable, it's not doable at the end of the day.
No, I'm just saying that they have spoke with each other probably for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
That said, you can still.
My general thing that I want to do is to find out whether they want to pass on or whether they are happy where they are.
Okay.
Well, obviously, it's not something I would action until after we've spoken with the Grey Prince.
What if?
That's true. Well, that's if that's something you want to. Well, you could with I don't know how much Andy wants to share of what they just learned, but that was also sort of covered in that it is their duty to hold that faith alight. If they weren't here, then the Grey Prince would have
No, that's
the
why I'm
Divine Spark
saying
would have
it's
snuffed
that.
out.
That's why I'm saying it wouldn't be something that I would action until after we've done that.
Mhm.
But it's something like if they wanted me to in future, I could come back for them.
Okay. If that's the case, did you want to do that after trying to talk with the Grey Prince and then come back to this altar?
I mean, sure, I can do that.
Will it give you better information, wouldn't it? Think about like
It's fine. I don't
if
mind
the
when I do it as just
okay.
something that I wanted to do. That's all.
Yeah. It's just because if the Grey Prince is like fading, and you're not able to like say save them, then they would not want to leave, right?
No, I know. That's why I'm saying it's not something I would action right this minute,
Versus,
but knowing that they would maybe want to.
so it
It's
depends
fine.
how successful. Depending on how successful you are with
Yeah,
the Grey
yeah.
Prince, they might relinquish and go and want to go on, pass on if they feel that you guys are suitable. Uh, let's call it caretakers.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. Then I'll leave it for a later time then.
All right. In that case, anyone else? Kesh'an already tried once and he got quite a vicious backlash, but maybe he'll try as well afterwards, second time, but who knows? For now, these spirits seem to disappear back into the pillars for now. And Zacchaeus says, well, if we're all finished with that, shall we go and attempt to now speak with the Grey Prince themselves, now that we might better understand them?
That sounds like a good idea.
Well then,
Yeah.
after you. Alright. You make your way back through the tunnel into the wide open chamber where the floating stone steps are still standing. The 50-foot high carving covering the back wall depicts that elf in swirling robes with hands crossed over his chest. One black, one white.
I'd love to fall again. This would be great.
Sinali will call out in her new elvish language, "Hey, Grey Prince, you here?"
You see
Across the bridge.
there, I mean, you can begin to call out.
Yep.
Certainly there is a slight swirling around of the mists, as though it kind of shifts and wafts from your speech. Your voice sort of echoes out, bouncing around the cavern. It seems to almost get a little bit distorted from the echo.
Well, okay. I will attempt to cross the bridge. Or the stones.
Yes, I
Unless-
think as will I.
Same.
Oh. How did you do this last time?
I fell.
You did? Oh.
Kesh'an ran really fast.
Yeah, Kesh'an's very
Oh.
dexterous. He could probably walk on wind if he wanted to.
Walk on wind. Well, I don't quite like the sounds of falling, so...
I got you if we do fall. Don't worry.
Ah, perfect. Alright then. Ooh, you got like an 11.
God, it's dex, isn't it? I was hoping it'd be strength because I have advantage on that at the moment.
No,
There's the
it's
ability
strength.
check. Yeah. I'll, Oh, this is my time.
Nice. Yeah, that's good. Sinali and Zakis are failing.
I will use knowledge from a past life to give myself a boost.
Okay.
Bring me
Well,
up
that
to
makes it a
15.
success, actually, believe it or not. Cool. All right. So
Yeah, in this case,
everyone
I'm
here,
using the knowledge gained from the clasped hand in order to be able to successfully walk across their past life. I guess.
as for her, I think she's like stepping onto the first step as it kind of like wobbles slightly. She's like, no. All right, never mind this. I'd rather levitate over there. She casts levitate, spending a spell slot here. That's better. Could you
Knowing how
give me
yeah,
give me a push?
I push. I was just gonna say, knowing how levitate works, I give a push.
Cool. So yeah, those everyone else makes it.
Everybody else coming
Imagining
along?
Sinali just holding onto them like they're a balloon walking across
Oh.
in our classic levitate style. Except this time it's not a kiddie balloon, it's a tiefling balloon.
Eirina,
Indeed.
Andy, Kesh'an, you.
Well,
Yeah.
Kesh'an,
We come this far.
Well, Kesh'an didn't do the thing, so yeah.
no, I can't. Yeah, chances I can't understand. Well, actually, I might be able to understand them if I could sense I can speak all languages, but it didn't sound like coherent. But you might be able to speak it better.
You failed the trial.
I'll just hang back here. Dalmas will as well.
Okie
What was I gonna do? Oh, that's right. Okay.
I'm staying within range in case they fail theirs. if they are coming along.
It's a
Used to-
dex save, is it?
Oh, that,
It's acrobatics, technically,
Yeah.
if you've got it.
Andy's fine.
Woo!
And
Okay.
Eirina passed. Nice.
Irina's coming over as well. Not a lot of room left here, I will say.
Oh, that's fine. If there's not enough room, then I can hang back. It's not a problem.
There is,
Why say it then?
because she's in character. And you can insight check if you wish.
I will inside.
Andy just like somersaults and does loads of backflips from step to step, clearly.
Oh my God.
Barely touches the stones.
So yeah, Zacchaeus mentions that there's not enough room, but clearly there is enough room. There's enough room for like at least 6 of you comfortably. But yes, there's not much room to maneuver. But it's almost
I mean,
as though she doesn't
Sinali and I are
want.
both small.
Of course, yeah. But it's almost as if Zacchaeus is saying this because she doesn't want a lot of people over here.
She wants to feel special.
Maybe that's it.
I mean, if we need more space, I can always just push you off to the side as you float.
Yeah.
Only Llyvelin really sees this and understands what's going. But yeah, you can tell she's like shuffling a little
Yeah, I
little bit.
I step to the. I look at her and I step to the side to give her space at the front. I just go,
Thank
"You're
you.
the one with the voice in your head."
That's true. I am.
I understand she wants the limelight.
Yes. Limelight.
I don't
There
know. I think
is
he's after
a
something
moment-
else. I'm keeping my eye on this one.
She says, "Great Prince, we beseech you. Come forth, reveal your divine spark to us." At which point you see this swirling fog reacts much more swiftly than when you were calling out Sinali. It's almost as if they are shouting and calling it right in the ear, and all of it condenses into this one singular bit here. You can see swirling before you and across the platform here, and also the vortex of swirling begins to almost speed up, becomes more intense, becomes brighter. Here you go. And it seems to be, like I say, coalescing in around this one smoky apparition before you. There you are, Zacchaeus says. We, your new faithful, your new followers, we have come to gift you back your powers. We heard that you were fading from this world, but we are here to bring you back. At this, you do hear a kind of this inhalation almost, as this figure begins to appear before you inside the mist. It's very faint. It's sort of warped and almost translucent around the edges. You can hardly see them, but there is something of a face beginning to appear in the mist. You have to look really carefully though, really closely. And a pair of eyes begin to open up. And a voice can be heard all around you. echoing, but also kind of breathy, faint. And it says, "There are no more followers. There are none left."
Were no more followers. Neither are.
All there remains are the echoes of my own voice, tormenting me.
Well, we've come to help bring you back from where you've been lost.
No, not again. These voices, why do you torment me so? You promise what I want to hear, but never deliver it.
What is it you want? What is it that you've been promised but never been delivered?
A return.
And what is
My
it?
people.
What is it you stand for so we can know
My
how to...
sanity.
Okay.
You have said all these things before.
We have?
When will you give me peace? Why do I cling on to this realm?
Because your priests are still about and still worshipping you, even though they're ghosts. And they want you to continue. Because you're their god.
Yeah, do you not wish to be around? You don't wish to be worshipped?
More than anything else, I wish to guide them again. My faithful subjects.
Well, I come from a place where you were worshipped. Where things have changed and another is worshipped in your stead. I wish to bring you back to that. Return that place. But for that to happen, you need to come back. And that's why I'm here. And there's a few of us here who wish the same for other reasons.
You will
How
not
far?
give me false hope again. I'm done listening to my own echoes.
You know, I never
These
thought God could
voices.
be this self-pitying.
Probably been holding on for thousands of years. Understandable.
Yeah, I suppose. But still a bit. They're still being a bit whiny. What was
Silence.
Hmm.
I will not have myself be tormented.
If I
Not
wanted
by
to
that.
If I wanted to torment you, I would be doing a lot better at doing so. I have experience at tormenting people on the verge of death and dead and alive.
I have done no such thing.
Yeah. Good. Right. So you're a god. There are people who want to worship you. There are people like this violin lady. She wants to make songs about you.
Violin lady.
I'm not good with names. Okay. We've got book
Violin.
lady, violin lady, kitty cat, old elf, but young elf, and pointy spike lady, and shiny man.
Do
But
not
yes, violin.
know. I don't recognize these personalities.
We're new.
Yeah, we've just found out about you, and we're trying to learn more. So
There, you see the form grow more erratic. The wind sort of swirls back on itself, and their image almost inverts. And as their eyes go wide, as you say that they're all new, and you see their hands reach up, whereas before they were kind of hold across their chest. They seem to hold their head like as though they're racking their brain. And
What happens
they
if we call out the names of the priest?
before that, I'm saying that they new voices. It seems my madness has reached another level of another depth of depravity. I'm losing myself. This is the end. That's what you hear.
Ooh.
can you just hear us, or can you see us as well?
They seem to be. Their eyes are open, but give me an insight check, Sinali.
Okay. Insight. Oh,
Can I swap places with Andy a moment?
my second line of the night.
15.
Hmm.
Perhaps as you get a clearer image of them, you recounted that the. Do you remember when you were talking to the clasped hand, and that they said that one of the Grundle roots empowered their sense of hearing, and that they were able to hear their god's voice? It was much more surrounding like an auditory sense. That focus on hearing seems to have been like a mainstay of their religion, as though they are speaking to their god and hearing their god, not so much visions or sight. And although, yes, you can see a misty sort of version of them, you might be along the right lines in that they aren't seeing you. And that what they're hearing is just, like they said, echoes of their own mind.
I have such a weird thing
And-
to try.
Can I
But
step forward?
Before you do that, Eirina wanted to try something.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go on.
You're muted, by the way.
Yeah, no. I just call out the names of the priests. We're in the other room. If he's
Okay.
saying about new voices, maybe he'll recognize old ones.
They do seem to recognize these names. My high priests.
Ooh. This is...
I still remember them. Perhaps they still remember me.
They
I mean,
do.
they do. We just came from them. And I make sure to speak in Elvish.
And 4 of
We
us
just
here
came
have been
from them.
granted blessings by them. I have the strength of the clasped hand. It's weird. I'm not normally strong.
And of honor for the Whisperer.
I do not feel strong.
Then... this is... Can Sinali try to sort of channel the blessing that they've received towards the mist of the Grey Prince, almost like trying to give them the blessing, to give them more strength?
Possibly.
And I'm happy
How
to
would you...
That's a good question.
I think the rest of you need to roll inside checks at this point. Because...
As before. 17.
Okay, 17. 19.
Natural
Okay.
20.
Nice.
Yeah. Whilst you suddenly tries to think about how to pass on this blessing, Andy, every time you've mentioned that, oh, we play the violin, or, you know, I'm strong. I feel strong. They've responded by saying, I don't feel strong. I don't remember playing the violin. They're talking as though you guys are simply voices in his head. And that when you promise things, he's probably promised these things to himself many, many times over hundreds of years, tormented by the same promises of, we'll get you out, we'll help you. So to hear them again, it only confirms his own madness. He thinks he's talking to himself.
Guys, should I try the thing
Go for
and
it.
go astral?
Ooh. That wasn't the thing I was thinking, but that's not a bad idea. I was thinking
See
you
if
could
maybe
play
I
your
can see him
violin.
in a different dimension, and just basically give him a verbal slap. We're not voices.
Sure.
I mean, I was thinking I could maybe summon the spirits of one of the priests to see if that helps. Like maybe channel that into them somehow.
See, my idea was, this is a god that is practically on the edge of death, and
On the verge of madness at this point, you
on
realize.
the verge of madness. I was thinking how cool it would be to spare the dying on a god.
I mean, if you think you can do that.
And he's a god of arcane, and it is using magic on a god. It would be really cool to spare a god from dying by literally pumping some arcane into them.
Give me an Arcana check, speaking of Sinali.
Yeah.
But you should also definitely go to the astral and see what...
I mean, Eirina? What do you think?
I think my expertise lies in the dead, not
Dead
living.
adjacent.
I am in reserve until you require my assistance.
Okay.
Book lady, do you know what happens to a god when they die? Like, if you're all about dead things, like, where do they go?
I'm very new at all of this. I don't currently know.
Does your smoky sword know?
I can't really ask him right now. There's a lot of wind. I think I think you guys should take the lead on this one for the moment, and then I can step in if required. But right now, I don't know that my skill set is.
Although, if we do happen to fail this, it would be absolutely legendary to pass on a god, don't you think?
Let's maybe try to save him first.
Pass on a god. I'm just going to let them fade away.
No, no,
That's not what I
that's not
just
what I'm
said.
suggesting. No. Just
Mm.
worst case scenario. But we are going to save him.
At the moment, they seem more like a lost cause.
Well,
You need to have faith. Is that not the idea?
Yeah, have
Every
faith.
every attempt we've had to promise them something, it seems they've
Then
mistaken
don't
it
promise
for
him anything.
madness. I think you need to get through that first, but I'm not sure if you can. I think we were too late.
I wonder.
1,000 years too late. With a 13, Sinali, you are not exactly sure on how to convert your
Yeah.
blessing to one another. Maybe some spell has a sort of bonding kind of connection, but you don't have any.
No.
Andy wanted to go into the astral sea.
I will do once everyone's ready for me to do so.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for everyone else to have their turn first.
hey, we could simultaneously do the thing. You could find out what casting a spell on a god does in the astral plane if you want.
It might be good
I-
to see what you can see.
Yeah. If
Okay.
you could see what they look like on the other side, and then I'll try and spare them from dying and see if it has any
Okay.
effect as well.
All right.
Oh.
I will see you on the other side, guys. And she pops her hood up.
Okay. Andy vanishes into the astral sea,
And I'll
leaving
take-
behind a little
Sparkle,
sparkly, sparkly area.
Hey, Sparkle.
The villain steps into the sparkles. They're like being blinded by pixie dust in the eyes. Right, you step into the astral sea, Andy. There is a choking, oppressive atmosphere here, and your eyes are immediately hit by particles in the air.
Someone forgot to
And-
take the trash out.
It's fine, powdery, and the smell is like a dying fire, like that's been exploded outwards, like a campfire that's just burst into the air. You can't even see the starlight around you. If so, they're faded, muffled, kind of dispersed blurs, since it's like all the air around you is just this grey, dusty substance. But it smells like ash.
Mr. Almost Dead God. Can you stop
Yeah.
smoking?
The you call out to the Grey Prince, and instead you see kind of the ash around you sort of swirl and shift and meld together almost. And you see figures, faces are beginning to appear. They are almost congealed together. There is many of them seem to have like elven heads. one with like their hair kind of swept back, swirling. Another that's more insectoid. Another head has like a helmet on. A third has what looks to be a thin crown on their head. Let me just check what else.
I didn't expect more than one.
Yes, he didn't. But it looks like a knight. Oh, there's also one that is beautiful. This kind of beautiful apparition, and all of their heads are sort of conjoined together by this same ashen-like body that's too distorted to make out. But yeah, you've got like an insectoid head, a helmet of a knight, and two elven heads that look, one really beautiful, and another that seems to be covered in blood as well. And the one with the crown. So there's like 5 at least in total, right before you.
So guys, I'm looking for the Grey Prince. Maybe you can help me find him? Please?
I'm afraid we found them first.
And who is we?
Who is we? We are the final end epitaph. We are the final blotch on that page.
Okay, is there any chance maybe I can just speak to one of you at once? Because your voices are all very, very kind of like meldy together and it's a little bit difficult to hear. Or do the voices all come out at once? Always.
You are speaking to one entity.
Okay.
And yet, you are speaking to nothing.
Oh, great! You like riddles. Oh, no.
Well, how does one continue reading a book once the cover has been closed?
You start another book. I mean, I don't really
And
read.
then that book comes to an end.
So
And
you start another one.
And another.
I mean, I'm not much of a reader myself, but I'm sure that the idea of reading is if you finish a book and start another, and then you can always enjoy the next one. But yeah, I've only read like 3 books, and they're all really for children. I am still learning.
The one you see has run out of parchment. We are simply here to collect.
Am I still allowed to see them?
Well, you won't find them here. Not yet. But soon.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, very, very nice meeting you. If you don't mind, please make sure to clean up your dust before you leave. I will be going now.
It is
Apologies, Ash.
It swirls almost intensely around you. That smell intensifies and it chokes you out as you seemingly mistake it for dust. It takes great offense to that for whatever reason.
My common is different from normal common. My words get muddled up, so I do apologize. It is a mispronunciation.
We won't be seeing you.
Okay. Well, bye-bye. She might just sit in there.
And with that, you pull yourself back out of that realm and take what feels like a immense gasp of air as you see Andy is covered in head to toe in ash.
She immediately gets her water skin out and starts chugging the water.
Well,
Just-
while she was in the Llyvelin will have casted the spell. Well, I guess technically.
You cast the cantrip, you mean?
Yeah. Technically.
Mhm. Yeah, certainly. When you cast it, the image before you becomes ever so slightly clearer. You start to see facial features, sunken eyes, almost skin.
And I
You see a depressed-looking mouth that's hung heavy. And you do see the thin little crown as well around their head. And long, draped white hair trailing off into the mist.
And as I'm trying to spare her god, I push it into actual spell thing. I know it's technically on self, I believe, but can I try and push my arcane false life into the Grey Prince? Like I'm pushing a spare the dying, but into spells.
You can give me another Arcana check.
Basically for flair, but yeah. Heal a god.
Yeah, sure. Oh my god, nat 20. Okay. This, for whatever reason, as you're casting Spare the Dying, and you're putting your full faith, your full belief into this, but most importantly, your own sort of power.
So much so that I'll go as far as a 7th level. If it's what it takes.
You need not do that far, but you do see a flashing image suddenly appears before you, as almost though it recollecting something.
And I'll
crystal appears before you in your mind's eye, like a diamond shape. It rests upon a book. And as that image intensifies, you see the Grey Prince almost fully apparate for a moment. Their body sort of floating there, arms kind of uncrossed, unfurled. And Zacchaeus says, "Yes, this is what we've been waiting for. Finally, we can see that divine spark. You can practically reach out and touch it."
I knew it! Shifty! Shifty! No! No! I've been
Grasp
watching
it.
her like a hawk. No!
She raises her own sword. It glows this intense red hot, and she plunges it forward towards them. I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Yeah, let's stop that from happening. Swear to God, if she rolls higher than us.
Okay.
Oh, she
roll
rolled low.
Roll for Kesh'an back here. He's like, "Is everything all right over there?"
No, we got a traitor. We got a traitor.
Traitor?
Oh, we need you.
Yeah, my strength, my fast hand went away.
Right at the bottom, where she should be.
Oh my goodness. Eirina, what the fuck? Why do you mean right at the bottom like she should be?
Who dare?
Well, you'll see. Eirina, she has plunged this sword forward just as it looks as though the Grey Prince's eyes sort of open for the first time, it feels like. When I say open, they were open before, but there's this kind of golden-like haze over them that you might be able to clearly see if I hover them here. There is this kind of glint of golden that like flashes into existence. That spark is what Llyvelin seems to bring forth, and what Zacchaeus is reaching forward and stabbing into, like practically stabbing into their eye. And with the other hand, she's like drawing forth a spiritual energy, but it's more than just ghosts. It seems like quite literally a divinity is being pulled into her arm, and that is glowing with all these different runes. In fact, here you can have a full-sized image and artwork of what this kind of looks like. She's down at the bottom left, like with the scratchings and runes and markings all over her body. Those are beginning to glow. But Eirina, you have a chance to do something first, I'm sure.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, her behaviour ever since we sort of crossed here has been suspicious as if. Her entire demeanour completely changed, and the way that she speaks totally changed, which really threw me.
Indeed. To add to that, earlier when people were insight checking her, they were asking like, "Why are you here?" And she listed off a whole bunch of vague reasons, but really didn't have a singular focus as to why she was here. Just sort of like, treasure, discovery, artifacts, that kind of thing. But she was sounding like she was just reeling off the usual spill, like almost as if they were filler reasons.
Yeah. Okay. I have a couple of options.
Okay. Look at the Grey Prince. He looks so sad.
Yeah. We are going to... bonus action, Banishing Smite.
So you do that when you hit.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that's something that I'm going to do.
Okay. Go for that.
So let me target, and we're gonna smack a bitch a couple of times. I've got 3 chances. Come on.
You got this.
I don't think I've ever heard Steph say, "Gonna smack a bitch" before. That's good.
16?
I like that. That's 16 to hit her. I would, except she looks round towards you, and suddenly there's this burst of energy that rips the cape off of her. Her cloak just shreds to pieces, probably from the intense heat. That also forms into a barrier and shields her.
Counter spell.
Oh. Alright. I'll roll the old con save then.
It's fine. I also have 2 more attacks, so like if this one doesn't hit, it's fine.
Shield is basically the whole round.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It would be, yeah.
Yeah.
And it puts her AC to like 20, which
so this...
I think great. But...
Yeah. She will roll to begin with to see if she succeeds or not.
Is it automated by chance? Okay.
No. Oh my god, she rolled a nat 20. Wow. And she looks around, smirks towards you, Llyvelin. This is the power of a god. Your magic, it will not work on me anymore. Wow, she really dug deep for that one. Boom. Okay, so yes, you do expend the spell slot for...
yeah, I got rid of it.
Third level, okay. Eirina, there is now this this intense sort of heat emanating from her body, and what the shield looks like is a translucent barrier. It's like a sphere, but you can only see the sphere thanks to sort of the curved scratchings and markings and runes that seem to make up this invisible sphere. And yes, it was automated, by the way. But that was for
And she didn't
that's for
take damage.
levitate. Yeah, which we'll ignore. Okay, and your second attack then, Eirina. She's now should be at like AC 20, thanks to shield. So that second swing sparks off of the barrier.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, finally, there you go. All right, that one hits. You can roll damage. And there's the banishing smite. Now, Al, not only does it do a crap ton of damage,
Yeah, it does. Sorry, it's prompting
I
me
have
to
to
roll the damage. Do I just press roll, yeah?
yeah, yes you do. I have to roll a charisma save. She's not good at these, but we're gonna see what happens anyway.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so if she fails this, she would die and probably be banished as well. She's not going to be doing that though. As she pulls forth what is this spark of the Grey Prince into her own body, she immediately uses it in response and says, "No, I didn't come all this way just to have you meddle in my ascension." And she is going to use what is now available to her, a legendary saving throw. That spell, that banishment, suddenly rebounds from you as you hit. You see the Grey Prince's image almost sort of flicker, as though expending this caused a great deal of energy from the Grey Prince to be expended. Like, they do not have anything left. They do not have the divinity to hold on any longer. And if she ends up expending it all, the Grey Prince will be gone forever.
Does she lose her concentration because of the 34 and you rolled a 16?
The levitate? Yeah. I could use a save on that as well. I'm just checking the damage here real quick, because it did 5d10 twice for whatever reason. I don't think you...
Oh, it did it there.
Did you, like-
then.
Yeah, I did it like twice, which isn't the case. She should have just taken the first swing, which is like 30 damage.
Which
Wait,
did
so
it
if
out.
we make them roll saves and they use legendary saves, it's actually expending the
The Grey Prince? Yes.
You
Like, for
fucker.
sure. She's using it. She's using his power, his divinity, to stay alive and to repel this banishment. So I'm afraid, Eirina, though you did still do a crap ton of damage, that spell is rebounded. And you see the Grey Prince sort of like lurch back, like, "Argh!" and fades almost entirely from existence for a moment. That said, yeah, she's not looking good. Anything else, Eirina?
I would like to rage quit, and that is all.
Okay. Unfortunate. It wouldn't be this easy. Round one. first series of attacks. Sinali.
Yeah, I'm just deciding what is my best.
Oh, actually, I forgot. Since she's doing that, she's also going to use a legendary action as well at the end of this turn.
Holy crap.
And draws forth the divinity, effectively. As she does, again, there's what looks to be gold rivulets, like veins, going through the image of the Grey Prince. You can see them if you like really close in. Like, all of his veins are like a glowing gold. And as she draws forth from them, they seem to be sapped, losing that luster and shine. And then it only intensifies her own. And as that happens, all the wounds that Candlewick inflicted seem to be completely vanished, as she is healed for 9,999 damage.
What?
She's a god. She's drawing on godly powers. Yeah, she fully heals. But, of course, she hasn't got that much health to restore. So she hits a cap, for sure. Alright, then it's Sinali's go. And she just says, with the power of a god, I'll be untouchable. There's not a single wound that I can't unwind. Get these chains off me as well. She brushes her shoulder, and you see like the banishing effect sort of just dissipate. Alright, Sinali.
Best option is here. What do I have for this mistake? This could be fun if this works. So, Sinali is going to smile slightly as her shadow begins to swirl around her and activate this feature. If I can find it again, I was literally just looking at it. Innate sorcery. And then, well, if you're going to absorb the power of a god, I guess I'll absorb you.
Vampiric touch,
I
alright.
think I might have touched myself then, but...
This is weird. You're trying to create a chain of absorption.
Yep.
Divine centipede.
Yep. I don't know if that actually did what it was meant to do.
It should apply a buff to you, which then gives you an
Yeah.
effect to hit them.
Yeah. Where has it got that this time? Where's it got some weird places? Depend inventory.
So I just realised you're the one streaming. I've still got my... still had cam logged in. I could just close that now.
Okay, fine, I'll just do this. And that... I should have rolled that with advantage because of innate sorcery, so I will...
Yep, you can roll again. Or just roll a d20.
Yep. Nope.
Damn, no.
I've got that.
You think
active.
that's going to scratch me?
Don't worry, there's lots of friends here for you to play with. So some of them probably aren't going to be much use.
Even if you were able to pull it off, I doubt your body could contain the siphoned powers of a god. I've prepared mine over a lifetime. As she says that, you see again all the carved skin glowing and searing that bright red.
Smiles. I've lived multiple lifetimes. I've had far more experience controlling power than you ever will.
Well, then we'll see whose power is soon stronger. And is that your turn?
Yes.
Let's see. Just how much can I push this? And she begins again drawing forth more and more energy from the Grey Prince, whose eyes begin to flutter, their hair begins to sort of fall away back into the mists. And, well, she only has it is simply raw power. It is not knowledge, which means she isn't gaining the knowledge of 9th level spells. But she certainly has a 9th level spell slot, which she's going to use what knowledge she does have on at that devastating level, I'm gonna cast Thunderwave at 9th level. So she's upcasting her already known spells to an absurd divine level. I'm gonna be a con save for everyone surrounding her, I think. Where are you? Yep. Thunderwave.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Llyvelin
Gonna
just
overcharge that
reaction.
shit. I'm gonna add. What is Thunderwave? It is 2d8 with an 1d8 upcast, so it's gonna be 8 extra d8. A 10d8. Jeez.
Not even her turn.
No, that's true.
Legendary
She's-
actions.
She's just blowing everyone up. I'm gonna throw it out. You guys have to make Constitution saving throws, I believe.
It's actually gonna come. Yeah,
Oh my god.
oh, God,
That's
I'm
got to be her
flying.
save.
It is going to be her save because, like I say again, it is just simply raw power, raw energy that she's wielding. She hasn't mastered it. Hence why her DC is actually incredibly low. It's only DC 12. She hasn't learned to master the powers of a god. So it's
Andy,
just
no.
as easy to resist. But Andy, I'm afraid, does get caught off guard.
Can I
Ki-
give Andy my inspiration so she can re-roll that?
Yes, you can, I guess. Go ahead, Andy. Reroll that. Con saving throw. It's the little shield icon. There you go. That's a
Okay,
save.
not
Okay, right. Woo.
Yeah,
Still,
that was
half
the bit I
damage.
was worried about. Was
the
not
being
so mu-
knocked off.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she says, "Time to get rid of you." She tries to push you away. She just shouts, "Told you there's not enough room here." And almost all of you are able to hold on, barely sliding towards the edges as this platform begins to crack and shatter. Certainly this thing takes damage, I believe. Yeah. You probably see it beginning to break away. Now, that's up to you if you wish to capitalize on that or if you wish to get out of dodge. But for now, that's a legendary action. And everyone takes a beating. Dalma's spirit heart rushes to here and says, "Damn it! Maybe we shouldn't have trusted her. How do I can't get over there."
Just
Unless I make a... No, I'm not going to risk it. I know where my limitations lie. He just draws Gold Kiss and waits for an opportunity. But otherwise, I don't think he wants to chance jumping across these. Nor does he have any ranged weapons with which to help you. Okay, Llyvelin.
Right. Jesus Christ.
I will say, you did see Eirina bloody them in one hit.
Yeah. I
hasn't
can only use
got-
things that aren't gonna cause saves. So
Yep,
here we go.
that's fair.
Let's bring in some primordial power.
Okay.
I'm gonna summon 3 sets of hydras.
Good boy.
One above the Grey Prince, looking down, and then one over here, and one over here. I don't feel like
Is this the
there's
first
any
time you've cast it?
properly, yeah, other than just for Dory Flare.
Wow, okay.
And I'm casting it at 6th level, so there's 3 of them.
Damn, you caught me off guard there. Let me...
It it comes out like a dragon's breath that then sort of like just splits three ways and then forms into these hydras of different colors because they do different damages.
Okay. Bang. 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 You want like one, you say one here,
Yeah, like
behind the Grey Prince?
above the Grey Prince, like looking down.
Do you want the others on the walls?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then they're gonna do 3 sets of attacks as my bonus action.
Mm-hmm. Alright. At her, I'm guessing. Good. What is your plus to hit? Typically?
My plus to hit should
Yeah.
be plus 10.
Plus 10. Okay. 1 second then.
So hopefully, any rolls above a 10. Do you want me to do those?
Not yet. 1 second.
Oh, you're modifying them.
Yeah. You should be able to figure ownership. Jamey owner. There you go. You should be able to click these.
Okay.
Yep. And then you should be able to target. And then you should be able to hit elemental blast.
Nice. Nice.
And that's got plus 8 to hit, right? That's correct.
It should be plus 10.
Plus 10. Alright.
It's alright, we'll just add the 2 on. And I'll do it 3 times. Ooh. So that would have been an 18. I'm guessing that misses.
It does.
Why is it not targeting her?
Okay, there you go. I don't know. You gotta alt click and then target.
Yeah. That's weird. Every time I click it, it untargets her.
Maybe because I'm changing things. Alright, a
Really roll
whole
low
flurry
roll.
of different damage. Well, they are d4s, but it's
No, I
3
mean, like-
attacks, so
Yeah.
11
one was
plus
good.
5.
The first one was good.
15.
The last one was 1s and 2s.
15. So she
Uh,
takes
16 altogether.
half from the fire damage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Well, one can't be
16
reduced.
minus 2
on that one.
is 14. Takes 14 damage effectively.
Yeah, still good. Still good damage.
Okay. Yeah, and then you can do that every round as a bonus action.
I can.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Nice. All right. I think Kesh'an, typically James, you've taken over.
Yeah, I can control Kesh'an if you want.
Yeah, please.
He runs all the way across and back 3 times and then stops.
Yeah, he probably would run across because that's a Kesh'an thing to do, which is acrobatics, right?
Yep.
Kesh'an, if you fail this. 17.
17's good.
Okay,
You can
one
feel an
across.
agility to get over there.
Yeah. Yeah. And
In fact, you can get all the way into melee if you want.
yeah, why not? Let's move here. Because of one of the things.
He's teetering on the edge though, but yeah.
Yeah. He falls, he can slow fall.
That's
Bonk.
true.
Ah, it's not a hit, is it?
For
No.
the 18, no, it's not. No.
Yeah, weirdly, whenever I. No.
I don't know what
That.
weird setting happened there, but
Then,
I think I know why. I think it's because I was like banished. That's why.
And then off.
Was.
How many attacks do you get as a bonus unarmed? Is it just one now?
He gets 3.
Unless it,
Oh,
but that's
bonus
only
out.
if
No,
it-
it's
one bonus
Yeah,
unless he does the.
flurry of blows. In which
Yeah.
case he gets 3.
He does like his flurry of blows, and he's got
Uh-huh.
key, so flurry of blows.
Sure. It's funny that he's like what would be out of the fight completely, but just dashes over. Oh god, a crit. Oh. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna sting. Ah! No, no, I can't die like this. Jeez, he's going again. He's going again. Yeah, that's a hit. God. Must live. I think we live. Oh, it's a miss. It should be a miss anyway.
Yeah.
Right. AC is technically 20 right now. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. She nearly went down then. Very close.
Purely because I feel like that he always does it.
Yeah.
Which one is it? Can I? What the hell? When I'm trying to remember which feature. Open hand technique. Can
I'm gonna try and like stun her.
get a strength saving throw?
Oh god. I mean, yeah, you can.
His Kesh'an would. Yeah.
Yeah, she
He's
has no
aiming,
strength.
Yep, aiming to push her 15 feet.
She will burn another legendary resistance on this. And poor Grey
that
Prince
happened.
suffers as a result.
Yeah, okay. That's just confirming that to some extent. Oops, I did not realize I could not make her do those sort of things.
She says, "You're only pushing your god closer to death." And in fact, I think we're gonna use another legendary action after that. Once again, she yanks another tether of energy from them in an attempt to. I am restored. And yes, fully heals again for like 99999 damage. She's back to full again, but that was close to killing her in one round. That said,
Yeah,
she has used 2 at this point. No, she's used 3. The Grey Prince is barely holding on, and Llyvelin, since you were the one casting that Spare the Dying, you can sense that for every legendary resistance that she uses, it's almost as though a death save is equivalent for the Grey Prince. Which at the moment
crap.
she's used 2. It'd mean the Grey Prince is on like 2 out of 3.
Hit him really hard, Andy.
And Andy, yeah, you saw she came so close to dying before she pulled herself back from the brink again at the end of Kesh'an's go.
So, what I'd like to do, I haven't done this for a while. Got to find the right button. That's the right button. See if this is gonna work. I want to try first of all using vicious mockery on her. So that is a target must succeed a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, if you have them targeted, it'll prompt me when you click it.
Which bit am I clicking? Am I just clicking the dice within the little square with it at the moment?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as they're targeted.
No, that's damage.
There it is.
Yeah.
It does roll damage, and then it prompts
Okay.
me, and then I got what is it, a 12? He fails that, but she's not going to bother burning a legendary resistance on such a petty sort of effect. Is what she thinks.
But she's going to use this opportunity with the vicious mockery to basically be like, you think you need a god's power to be, brilliant? You really think you have to steal from someone else in order to actually be someone? That's pathetic. And what's more pathetic, you're stealing from a god who's basically depressed. Do you know how sad that is? You're just pathetic yourself. You're more pathetic than this poor Grey Prince. And she's literally just constantly just mocking the fact that she's stealing a god's power.
Yeah.
It's just kind of
Well,
like, this is stupid.
I'm putting them out of their misery, she says when she gets to her turn.
You're not putting them out of your of misery. In fact, you're just gonna make yourself miserable. Because no one's gonna worship you. I said that I would spread the word of the Grey Prince. I will scorn your name.
Ooh. Nice. Those words do cut. She grimaces and a little bit of blood runs down her nose. You're distracting me. And she tries to go back to absorbing this energy.
She will just literally keep throwing insult after insult after insult at this woman.
Yeah. Well played. She is going to turn to each and every one. As she absorbs more power, I think she's finally going to up her CR here. Here we go.
Kirstie, you're not coming through.
Yeah.
I can hear you talking, but...
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. I was going to say I wanted to move, and I'm almost like drawing her away, drawing her attention towards me rather than the others as much as I possibly can. So,
do you want to? So this platform's like cracking and breaking away. Do you want to step away from that and onto like this?
Yeah, so onto the stepping stones. Yeah,
okay.
Almost.
Just have to give me an acrobatics, and you can manage it.
Cool.
With your expertise.
So I'm still getting used to my mute button, so...
You're good. No problem. So yeah, you kind of like hop backwards away from the crumbling edge and now balance yourself on one of these singular stepping stones. Right. Gets back round to her turn. She... Well... Thinking. She turns around and says... I won't need followers. I'm not like this pathetic apparition. I'll be immortal with godlike power. I won't have a need for those. But since you're all so eager to worship the Grey Prince, and I have their power, why don't you worship me? All of you should grovel. And she is going to cast Command, upcast it to hit enough of you that, I need a Wisdom saving throw from Sinali, from everyone. Command, grovel. Go. Kesh'an as well. Let's roll him.
So because this is a spell that technically target a player.
Yeah, on a upcast, you can affect one additional creature per spell slot level.
But that's not the actual specific spell itself. That's just the upcast anyway.
No. Yeah.
Whatever's thrown at me, assuming I pass on 16, I want to reflect.
And I want to say Kirstie has something to do with wisdom saving throws?
Oh yes.
She should have advantage, yeah.
Oops. Okay.
She's got Wisdom of the White Moon. When it prompted you, you'll probably see that one of the buttons was highlighted.
No, it didn't do that.
No. When the battle started, Chris, I noticed both the blessing I had and the blessing Kirstie had vanished off our sheet. There was like a
Right.
minus above our name. I don't know why.
Did you not put a duration on it?
Apparently not in my case.
Yeah, I think in the same case for them, because I also I copied your one and changed it. But yeah, you need a duration on that. Anyway, yeah, you can re-roll the wisdom save, Andy.
Just do another straight roll.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that's much better.
There we go.
Okay, yeah. The spirit of the what was it? Of remember the name? Avondil White Moon suddenly swirls around you and seems to rebuttal the effect. Okay.
Instead of groveling, she'll just laugh in her face. I will not bow down to a fake.
Nice. Okay.
Unfortunately, Sinali failed.
Sinali does fail.
Just
And
trying to see if I've got anything on my sheet that protects me from these sort of effects. I don't think I do.
And Llyvelin, you barely succeed. So I'll tell you this, Llyvelin. If you can attempt to rebound it. Absolutely. What's going to happen if she fails, though?
She will be the one that grovels.
No,
She will use the legendaries. Yep.
Oh,
resistant.
shit, yeah. Oh, no, I'll just pass it then. Oh, it would have been a cool moment, but then I realised it ruined, yeah.
That might be bad for everyone, yeah. I
never
think
get
as
to
well.
use my thing.
The one time trying to use it on a godlike power. The shield, by the way, bursts. That's gone at the very least. What else can I do? That's an action. So as a bonus action, let's use I guess let's use a sorcery point, upcast, and then quicken something here. And since she's not really using her spell slots for these upcasts, she's using the divine power that she's siphoning. It means I can still use another effect. Might hit you with another thunder wave. Get rid of you all.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's do that again.
With the disadvantage she got from my thingy affect that?
If she rolls an attack roll, yes.
Yeah.
But right now she's going for a saving throw. But you are out of range now, at least, Andy. You kind of moved out of the range of this. And the other what's the word? Advantage is that this isn't the upcast. She's using her own spell slots for this.
Oh, damn it. I just realised I should have done the spell reflect, but used it on the Grey Prince to command him to resist.
Blast you all once again, and you'll notice the DC is ramping up as she siphons more round by round. She's learning to master this power.
It put Kesh'an on top of mine. I was expecting mine to come up first, so Kesh'an shouldn't
Yeah, I
have
think I'm on this
advantage.
then.
Okay.
So Kesh'an would have. Oh, Kesh'an actually got the same on both dice. I do.
Okay. All right. I don't know why it's still DC 10. It should have been DC 15 because it went up by 3 this round. And it'll continue to go up by 3 every round she lives, but let's see, what did we actually get? I think it's only Llyvelin failed anyway, regardless. So you are blasted off the platform. It begins to shatter. You gonna use a reaction, I'm assuming?
Yeah. Oh,
In fact, it was kind of good that you didn't use your reaction to.
That's- kind of true. Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't have been saving yourself from this.
But yeah, I will definitely feather fall that.
Okay. You feather fall and descend 200 feet to the bottom.
And I still got control of my spell. And the good news
Actually,
is the spell is just make a ranged attack against a creature within range. So I could just keep pelting from up here, from down there.
yeah, you could. Also, you actually only fall 60 feet because feather fall
Yeah.
slows your fall, right? Yeah. All right, so you blast away, and at this point, guys, the platform, it's about to crumble. Like, if she does that again, it's gone. Eirina, you're up, I think. And Yeah.
I am going to. Am I able to squeeze past Andy?
you mean
Or-
Sinali?
No, Andy, like on the steps.
Oh, you. Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. You can.
Like,
you have
how
to make
big
an
are the steps?
acrobatics check.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, and he's not going to block your way or anything.
Yeah, she'll definitely skip out of your way.
Yeah, the problem is if I fail it.
If you fail it, yes, that's bad. Llyvelin's already used Featherfall this round.
Yeah, I know. Okay. We are going
Oh.
to.
To be fair, there's nothing to say that I can't use it on everyone here as I'm going.
They're not falling.
But the
Right.
effect will still be there for. And
No,
then-
because they hit the
No, it only
they hit the
affect-
ground.
Goes when you are falling.
Does it?
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, you cast it on
Right.
them, but then the effect immediately ends because they are already
Oh.
on the floor. They land.
Oh yeah, if a creature lands.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
That's-
tried that before in the past. That's not. Oh, sorry.
It was a nice idea.
My medication. I. Okay. Couple of things I could do, but again, it's the saving throw aspect.
Uh-huh.
So
There
I'm
is
gonna.
a way you could give. I mean, you saw Llyvelin sort of spare the dying on the Grey Prince, and effectively that's what gifted them those 3 death saves, or rather stabilized them, right? If you stabilize the Grey Prince, you actually get you wipe clean those death saves, so he's not at the verge.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at, but I'm just don't have anything. Like I said, I deal in death. I don't deal
Yeah,
in life.
you could.
I'm just having a look at what I've got because I don't have any kind of healing. So what I'm gonna attempt to do is we are going to not do that. We are going to do. We're gonna bonus action Spirit Shroud on myself. Well, Spirit Shroud. So let me just activate this. And as a for flavor, I'm gonna summon the priests.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
Because then it's the followers of this god, and they're not going to approve of any of this nonsense.
No.
I am
they are.
going to use. Ooh, which damage type?
Ooh.
I suppose Radiant is the
Yeah,
best.
that's my brain. Like I'm hovering over Radiant. I'm gonna go Radiant because they are priests, and then we're gonna attempt to smack a bitch again.
Stop saying that. Eirina going all out is a great choice, to be fair. She does have a lot of damage, but it's whether you can get past that absurd shield.
I thought the shield
But
shattered.
It
Yeah,
did,
but
but
she
she
could
can always.
cast again.
She's got her reaction back, right? Just
Okay,
after.
that's
just,
fine.
Yeah.
The Spirit Shroud gives me an extra D8. 2 damage
Yep.
if I can hit. So, number 1.
Uh-huh. Let's see. What'd you get?
16.
16? No, and that's a miss, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Oh, wait. It is if I shield, which I will be doing. Because, yeah, she's basically got nothing without her shield. So I will be using my reaction once again. Cast that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hop in that.
Number 2.
Let's upcast this as well. Let's go with, like, 3rd level.
Okay, that's not going to hit then. 3rd one. Come on. 28.
That'll hit.
28, yeah, that's going to hit. And as you can see, the extra d8s are in there. And
Mhm.
because you're a warlock, Spirit Shroud is upcast. So you do extra 2d8 radiant.
Yeah,
So that's a
It's on there.
beastly
yeah.
hit, 24. Not bad. Honestly, again,
Um,
you see that you can see if you hover over their token, they are near death just from the Vicious Mockery plus a single hit.
yeah.
Okay. That's your turn.
Yeah.
Any movement, or did you want to stay put? Yeah. You don't want to risk falling, is that right?
Like, I risk falling if I stay where I am. However,
I think you're good.
while I'm here, this thing has its speed reduced as well. So
Oh, no! I just realized the Spirit Shroud. Oh god. You know the other effect of Spirit Shroud, right?
oh yeah, any creature that takes this damage can't regain hit points.
Back.
And
This
its
is what I was
speed is
gonna
also
do.
reduced by 10 feet.
Yeah,
Um,
I was literally about to, at the end of your turn, just go ahead and restore back to full health again.
Yeah, no.
Aw, hell yeah.
So I'm gonna stay where I am.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I risk
Oh,
falling
you only
60,
needed-
70 feet, but we're gonna stay where I
Yep.
am.
One hit was all you needed. You didn't need to worry about the extra 3. Like, oh my god, that's huge. Okay, well, I'm gonna say it. She does try to.
Wait.
Reaches
I
towards the
imagine
Great
it's
Prince.
like the priests kind of, obviously Candlewick kind of, I imagine there's like this puff of smoke as like she kind of swings the sword and hits. The smoke comes out and then these 5 priests come out, and as she kind of tries to
Yes.
heal, they kind of like restrain the arms.
Love it. Yeah, they bolster the spirit whilst pushing back Zacchaeus. She reaches the flames that are intensifying in her arms suddenly simmer out as though her connection is interfered. And yeah, she heals for nothing as she will burn a legendary action trying to heal. She's like, "What? No! You will not sever my connection. Why would you even bother saving them? They're pathetic, a mere shade of their former self."
I can imagine it's the priests that respond to this, because what's left of this god is them,
Yeah.
and they
In
will
essence.
defend their god to the end. That's why they're still here.
Excellent. Well, that just turned the fight completely around 180. Sinali, you
I don't
must
get a
grovel. Yes,
I'm
you-
rolling.
You prostrate yourself before the figure, this tiefling with burning scars.
This is
Runic writing.
familiar.
Bow. Yeah, familiar. That's such a sad line to hear from Sinali. The flaming lash whips at them. You probably recount your days as a slave, toiling in the caves. All right, Llyvelin.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the Hydras to attack.
Okay. Go ahead. Got to beat 22 AC because I upcast shield.
Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, there you
Oh,
go.
natural 19 will do it. There you go. Flip. Flippity flip.
1s and a 4.
Okay, what's the fire damage? 1. Okay, still does 1.
Good. I'm glad that wasn't the 4.
I can't heal, I don't think.
Oh, that's not gonna
20. Ah, misses this time. Her shield is intensifying. It's more
Last time.
of the godly power.
Oh, 10 again?
No. Not enough.
I've got nothing as an action.
Yeah.
As I'm falling.
It's, you are fallen.
Yeah, I don't think I've got anything that won't break concentration and
Thing is, gotta-
fight easy over one way or another by. Yeah.
As a legendary action, at the end of your turn, I'm going to cast Levitate on myself because she's preparing for something else.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna have to recast it because I don't want to break concentration. There we go. You see, she starts to bring herself up just a few inches off the floor. And she says, no, it's a long way down there.
That's fine.
What do they say about pride? Kesh'an, your turn.
When she's the prideful one.
It's true. Pride, I am the pride, you are the fool. Oh, that was a good
Right.
play on words, actually. Unintentionally. Pride before the fool. Oh no, Kesh'an's not getting it done. Whiff.
Right, we're gonna have to flurry of blows.
Of course. Oh, damn it. That's gonna go through. If Cam gets the kill, I mean, even though he's not here. Wait. Oh my god, no. Shut up. It's always the case, isn't it? Oh
Yep.
my god.
And then I
She-
imagine because she's
Mhm.
on death saving throws, because
She technically is, yeah.
yeah.
Well, she falls
Um,
down. You see her concentration breaks on levitate. No!
Kia!
Kiara is coming. That's another hit. We should have advantage as well.
Yeah,
But that's
which,
yeah, well you did.
which
Yeah, cool.
auto crit because she's no.
Yes.
no, it's just
I
is
mean,
it
yes,
auto crit?
technically. Yeah, it is,
Ah.
but she's it doesn't matter in this case. It's just 2 death saves still.
All right, come on, finish her off.
Well, you know what they say about fools. They just don't know when to quit.
Oh my god, does he miss because his shield's still up even though she's dead?
Yeah, I think so. Technically. So when you go to deliver the finishing blow, crack down on the shield and see it cracking. A burning brand
Right.
is left on Kesh'an's knuckles as he pulls his up fist away, like ah.
If she's on death's door, she technically can't use legendary
Death
save.
saves. She's on death
And-
saving throws.
Yeah, but can she use legendary reactions to save to
No.
pass saving throw?
No,
Hmm.
I don't think so. Anyway, but Andy, you might get the final blow here. She's
You urge
on
with
2 death
Kesh'an
saves.
to just knock her off the edge,
I mean, that's true. You could do that.
but nah.
I was about.
Nah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
send
up
them
to
my
you.
way.
Andy, really, it's up to you how you want to do this, but
You got
the
this.
shield does still
You-
protect them from attacks.
From like physical attacks.
Attacks that are aimed, and also certain spells as well. But yes, those are going to be
Right.
harder to hit. Physical attacks.
But if you do melee, you'll have advantage if you go up and stab her, which means you'll have a good chance of overcoming. And if you, went,
You need a 22 minimum.
and if you
Yeah.
went here, you'd get an extra +2 due to flanking with the charm.
Yeah,
if you
that's
wanted
one
to
option. The other option is just simply doing any point of damage will do a death save. And yeah, any single
She-
point, but I'll warn you, magic missile doesn't work against shield.
She
Yep, that's fine.
She technically has the incapacitate condition, right, when she's unconscious.
That's right. She auto fails strength and
Dex.
dex saves.
If you've got something that uses strength or dex saves, you'd lose on those, or just stab her.
Or
I
if it's-
mean,
or
I
if it's-
think, you know,
I have daggers or
gonna-
something.
Andy's going to come back over looking incredibly smug. You know,
Hell yeah.
Uh-huh.
twirling her dagger around in her hand. Right. Come on, the 10.
Uh-oh. Oh, you're going for it. Okay, going for the stab. The stabby finish. Uh-huh.
Advantage.
Oh, damn it, the 10.
It's alright, roll a second time. You should have advantage, technically.
Okay.
Really, you only need to roll above a...
Oh my god.
Well, that's not it. Damn.
But you've got your...
She has an offhand because she's got a second dagger, right?
Yeah.
Technically, it's just short sword. If you're... As long as you're
Yeah.
wielding two light weapons,
Yeah.
yeah, you can draw your second weapon.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Well, I do have two daggers. But I do have a short sword. Yeah. Because I've got
Swords
Titan
all
and
good.
Jamal.
Either
let's
of
do
those
it.
are fine.
I imagine
Come on.
somewhere in Wheat, the town is just like, hey, what did I do?
Yes!
Yeah!
Yeah, that'll do it.
Hell yeah.
God,
She like
all right.
goes poke, and then gets the short sword out and stab.
Just looking for a soft spot. Absolutely. A little chink in the armor where the shield seems to be weakening, and finally stabbing through that, the burning barrier breaks, and you
Am I rolling-
find flesh. You don't
Is it-
need to roll. She's
You don't need to roll.
dead. No, she's dead.
Before she kind of like dies, she's like, "That's what you get for pretending to be a goddess, bitch."
Wow.
Cold.
Nobody escapes consequences for long.
Thank you,
damn,
Sinali.
That will end the combat. And just in time, because she was on that one turn about to
Underway.
shatter the platform and break the fall. Oh, well.
I can't
After
wait to
that-
write horrible songs about this woman. I didn't say
Ooh,
how to
okay.
spell her name.
You could say something like she was trying to steal the power of the Grey Prince, but his power was too mighty, and use it as both a bragging song for him and a scorning song for her.
I like this. Yes.
No,
Bye, guys.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just see Llyvelin slowly drifting 60 feet around all the way to the bottom.
He's like,
Can
He
I,
does
Um,
fall, yeah.
can I float myself to the edge?
"Do
edge
you
of
need
what?
me to cast fly
To the
on you?"
wall.
But I think it's a touch
Oh.
spell.
I mean, you can just
Um,
land and then go to the edge if you want.
Yeah, I've got a scroll of spider climb. I'm going to come back up.
Well, Damas
we
does
need-
say, hold on, don't we want to
we
go
need-
down there?
yeah, we'll need to come down there. You might as well wait.
But I want to speak to the guy.
See? Oh. You hear a voice at this point, though.
Okay.
Says, "It is. I can hear you. I can see you. You're not voices in my head. You are true. You are real.
Hmm.
I had almost given out hope. Almost given in to madness. But I didn't expect there to be any left. Any people who still believed, remembered. Why have
I'm
you
just
chosen
picturing
this?
like the priest like picking out whatever this golden essence is from the body and giving it back to him.
Yeah, too right. It should be them, almost.
Yeah. All right. Then I like that imagery as well. You're right. The spirits gather round. And Eirina, you, like I say, severed that connection by using Spirit Shroud. It prevented them from siphoning any more life force from them, prevented that healing as well from going through. And in essence, it is the shrouds, that the spirits that were responsible as well. And they gather round and begin sort of cupping their hands, gathering what life force is sort of leaking from Zacchaeus. That golden thread of divinity is then strung back into their god and revitalizes them, making them much more whole than they were before, and stabilizing them, I will say, as well, in effect.
Hmm.
But they look shocked, the spirits, as much as the god is as well. Why have you chosen to take such pity on me?
Not pity. Not at all.
The spirits are in agreement. They say, it is not pity, but more returning a favor. You guided us, protected us in life. You taught us everything there was to know about the arcane. Taught us how to wield it responsibly. Guided our hands in building a kingdom down here. We are giving thanks for that. It is our repayment for what you have given us.
And for
It is our
me,
praise.
I heard you could
Go ahead.
you knew about the Grendel route because you do stuff with it, or your followers do. So I thought you might be able to tell us more. Being God and all that.
Being a god. Being a god and all that. I mean, yeah, absolutely. They nod and say, yes, the obsidian shards that push their way through this crevasse. That is not something that can be easily understood. Nor is it a power that any one person should wield. If indeed it is even possible to wield.
Well, I've had some odd experiences with it. One time it felt like all my nerves were on fire, or being stabbed at the same time. And the other time it was like it was a part of me, and I was sort of aware of every part of it. Like it was a hand, or like a limb, or a finger maybe. And at the other end, there's a guy who I will be punishing it when I find them.
What you describe is known as proprioception. It is knowing which parts of your body are where without looking.
Oh, I'm glad you explained that, because you were using big words that quite small.
Think of how you walk around without having to watch your own feet.
That's true. I even had to walk around once without feet. That was not a good day.
It is a sense we take for granted.
So, in the case of the rental route, it became like a part of me, or it is a part of me?
Yes. They look towards their high priests. My people. They had an auditory effect when they touched the Grendel root. They heard my voice for the first time, and I theirs. The Grendel root inspired us to form a bond.
So, were they following you before that, or only after?
There are those who believed, yes. But it is difficult to guide one's people in the lofty divine realms. This obsidian gave us a direct connection with which I could be a guiding hand as they mastered magic.
So, do you think it's because they had that indirect connection with you that's how the roots work? So maybe I have a connection with something else, which is why it works differently for me? I don't really
Indeed.
know of any, follow any gods. Kind of.
The Grendel root is nothing divine, nor is it arcane, nor is it primal. It is something beyond our comprehension. Something beyond all realms, but at the same time perhaps holds and stitches them together. Much like the roots pass through these caves, think of them as passing through different planes of existence. They suffuse and reach everything.
Oh. So, if I got particularly in tune with them, I could feel other planes of existence, not just this one?
Perhaps. It would seem the Grindelroot has a vast array of effects, but they are all tied under one singular element? And I think you might have a good guess as to what that is at this point.
To Sinali or the group in general?
Yeah, the table.
One particular element.
Yeah, what do all those effects seem to have in common?
Like sensory?
Mm-hmm. Precisely.
So, kind of like water was language, this is some other thing like that, and this is like senses?
Beginning to believe.
So, sorry, I realized I'm taking up a lot of time with this person. I don't know if that's because I'm physically the youngest or technically the oldest, so I went first. Someone else can ask. I'm kind of, my head hurts.
Do not doubt yourself. You may be young, but you see much. And the questions you ask, they are delving deeper in the right direction.
I think you wanted to speak to them about something, didn't you, book lady?
Yeah, go ahead, Eirina. You want to ask a question of the Grey Prince He's all ears.
I didn't.
Get it?
Oh,
Llyvelin wanted to speak to him, but not me in particular.
I thought
Mm,
you might, because you wanted to speak to the priest, I thought you might have.
No. I wanted to
Prince.
see if the priests wanted to pass on once we'd saved the prince,
Ah.
not directly with the prince.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. Andy, you could ask questions about your song that you want to write, or
Yes, I was going to say, good to have you back. So I said to your followers, your priests that were in the other room in Stones, that I would spread the word of you. I am a musician, I am a dancer, so while I do not worship gods myself, no offense, I would help spread your word. So if there is anything you would like me to put in there, anything in particular about your message, then if you let me know, I can work it into it.
I do not see myself as much of a god. More of a... At least not in this state. But you all seem to have great faith in me.
You can have whatever title you want to. You know, we don't do labels here. If you would much rather just be known as the Grey Prince, or, I don't know, Mr. Floaty Guy, or whatever you want.
You may just call me Amon.
Amon. Okay.
You have been the closest connection I've had in
Well,
a millennia, it feels.
like I said, I don't really do the whole kind of like following religion stuff, but I still happy to have friends. So if you are happy to be my friend, Amon, then I will gladly spread your message.
I heard that sound of music. I thought I was going insane, but it turns out I needed only follow it out of the darkness. Almost like a light.
Well,
Sort of-
I have connections to the stars, so the stars have guided you.
Indeed they have. A radiance amongst the ash.
May they continue to.
I feel that smog dissipating. I see you much clearer now.
Good, I'm
And
so
yes-
glad. There was nasty in there. That was disgusting.
I would love to hear your music. I would love if you spread our faith. Yes, our faith. I wanted to become what you believe in. I am so faded that in order to regain my strength, I would need new ideals, new domains with which to build that strength back. And I want to
No.
build it with all of you. Whatever it is you believe in.
There we go, friendship. Guys, we got another Kiaster.
A Kiaster.
The belief of Kiaster.
I like this idea. Together we'll put together our own ideas, build our own faith. Your strength will be our strength.
The
Sounds
ideal
good.
of cohesion between magic and non-magic.
Mm.
I
he
say from 200 feet
looks
away.
down all the way. He looks down, all the way. You know, as he's saying this, and as sort of Andy is pledging their aid in doing this, I will say their form does grow just a little bit bigger, just a little bit stronger. the image a little bit clearer. You can see it's already begun. That devoting yourself to a faith is empowering this god and bringing them back from their weakened state.
Hearing his booming voice, I do say that from like 200 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
The idea that the idea of not just the arcane but the non-arcane can work together rather than against each other.
A sort of balance.
That's exactly it. Balance.
A balance. Yes, I remember. This is what I embodied. My faith was all about balance. Whether it be
I have
magic.
noodles for that.
He raises out his hands, and whereas before there was sort of faded, wispy smoke, now they kind of form into much clearer images. One black hand, one white hand, and in one it seems to conjure the arcane, the magic, and another it forms into a set of scales. He does indeed embody that sort of moral grey area in between. That balance is a core component of their faith, and you see a smile spread across some of the high priests in knowing that their god is beginning to remember and claim back what they embodied from that fading madness. And so yes, Llyvelin and Andy have both hit two of the domains unwittingly already. And you can mold more. You can begin to put your own beliefs into this pool, shall we say, that's growing.
Guys, does this make us kind of like disciples?
I think this makes us the new
Priests?
The new priest, technically, yeah.
I don't think I'm allowed to do that.
Why not? Why not?
Because I don't like link to specifics, right? If I've got to like herd people.
And that can't be a belief. That can't be a belief.
It isn't that a balance. Isn't that a balance in itself, though? You being willing to help
balance of life
those
and
even
death.
of different faiths and life and death and all that.
Life
Yes, but
and death.
I suppose that means she can't be correlated to one particular one herself.
Right, I can't. Mm.
Well, I suppose you'd be sort of on the border of all of them, which in a way does embody this, because it's again that sort of, because it's not like you're against any of them, you're on all of them, so
Well, this is the
balanced
thing.
in its own way.
Mr. Amon, like, it's nothing personal. I just can't worship you, but you'll be seeing an awful lot of me in the future, I guess.
Then please, at least take with you my priests. What remains of them here? They need not linger in this oppressive cave.
That is their decision, and I'll sort of look to the priest. Would you like to pass on? Or do you wish to remain?
You see them kind of gather round, one of them sort of saying, "Neither. We wish to join you."
Yes, do we have enough room on the boat?
I look at Candlewick. Can they do that? Is that allowed?
Sort of flares up, and you see a smoky pantomime of images before you. The images of this sort of boat, little lantern at the front, and there are those rowing the boat, and there are those who are being ferried. And the rest of the image fades away and just shows the rowers, and they form into these images of each. It's almost like those smoky trails rush off and fly in towards each of these high priests' spiritual energy.
Well, okay. Looks like we've got some help. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Very well. If that's your decision, then welcome aboard. I guess, pun intended.
If you're happy to have us, that is.
Oh my god.
Oh, sure. It's a big job. I'm not going to say no to some extra help.
Then call upon us when you need help. We will be rushing to your side.
What the fuck
Yes.
is this?
Okay.
That is that. Sorry, I forgot you didn't
Plus,
realize who
missed
that was.
last session.
You missed it. That was
Have you got another
Ivonitha.
woman hiding there, Chris?
I'd be concerned.
No, that is Ivonitha, the Whisperer. The kind of more stern voice you heard was the clasped hand, and I'm just voicing all of the different spirits that seem to be in complete agreement that they would like to aid you in ferrying the souls. They can be like the rowers of the boat of Karen, so to speak.
If that's the
I think you
case,
said Karen as in K-A-R-N-E-N.
yes, a bunch of Karens.
No, God Lord, no.
Apologies to anyone called Karen.
If that's the case, I am going to, in turn, I'm going to open my coat and pull out a key for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going to pull out little vials to put each of their little spirits in.
Yes, I'm going to bottle them. No, I hand each of them a key.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a key,
You
any
got it.
key.
Just to make sure that we are connected.
Absolutely.
Almost like
it's
kind of like, I imagine, when I sort of took the previous ghosts up to like the pearly gates, as it were. It's almost
Yeah.
like giving them a key to the gates, in a way.
Gotcha. Perfect. Yeah, I'll accept. They each take a key. Out of all of them, though, White Moon, where is she? She sort of steps forward to Andy as well,
Oh.
and says, "And I would like to help you as well. You can call upon my wisdom in times where you need to perfect a certain skill that you weren't yet trained in. You may borrow my knowledge."
Oh, cool.
The knowledge
Thank
of-
you.
Yeah. You have the knowledge of an ancient elven empire at your side.
Nice. Making all sorts of friends today.
And
And I
what
got to
I'm
kill a bitch.
what I'm hinting at is that you have a feature, Andy, and it is one I don't think I've seen you use much. Yeah. It is called Whispers of the Dead.
Oh, yeah. I just
Yeah.
never know when to use it.
Well, it reads that you can use a skill or a tool and one that you lacked proficiency with, and then suddenly you gain that knowledge as the ghostly presence shares its knowledge with you.
yeah.
And I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to say, like, yeah, that makes sense now. That
Yeah, I think you
It
last
is.
used it when with Hooksaw, wasn't it?
Yeah, true.
that feature, you mean like taking on his identity?
Yeah, and to get knowledge of everything so that she could be convincing as him.
But yeah, it could have been that. That was also Mantle of Whispers.
Yeah.
Which is a feature that lets you take on the disguise of someone. But yeah, I think
that's what
that would be a
was gonna say.
fitting way to flavor it if you wish.
Yeah. Makes it a little bit more tangible for me to use. So yeah.
Yeah,
Cool. Okay.
perfect. All right
Cool.
then.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping us. And thank you for restoring my own hope, my own faith in myself.
Hey, Amon? Just one more
Hmm.
question before we leave. If we do need to contact you again for any reason, is there an easy way for us to do that? We do move around a lot.
I see. Well, let me think.
While he's thinking, she's just going, "You okay, Llyvelin?"
Yeah, if I heard you correctly, I'm assuming with religion comes prayer.
You all prayed to me in your own way. I felt that presence when you were on the standing stones.
Yeah, I mean in terms of communicating again to you.
It may be difficult.
Oh God. Oh, Amon, sorry.
Amon.
But there is a conduit, a connection to my divine realm that you restored yourself. It is not impossible.
Something within the portal we created to your realm.
There does not remain much of my altar here. It is crumbling, cracked. Perhaps it is time to free it. With that, you see this entity sort of reach out. You feel the mist swirling around you, almost lifting you up and pushing you back to the platform here. In fact, actually, you probably want to go down anyway, right?
Yeah.
Well, just for the time being, they push you back to here before they turn around and you see the power that holds these things aloft, which is indeed tied to this entity, suddenly give way. And watch out below, Llyvelin, because you see a massive stone slab beginning to hurtle down towards the ground. As it hits, lets out this massive tremor that cracks the stone and shatters it into pieces. And, well, he looks down at it and says, "There are enough pieces for all of you."
Oh, as in, okay.
Take what remains of my altar. You may shape it as you wish, but it is a memory of the stone that you stood upon in order to contact me and bring me back from the brink. It is sacred, consecrated ground that you may take with you.
Okay. I'm just gonna ask the weapon that before we go down and continue anything. The weapon that Zacchaeus was wielding, was that like a short sword or a dagger or?
It was a flame burge, actually.
Oh wow!
Similar to what Eirina has.
I was gonna
curved
say,
blade.
rude.
Mm-hmm. That it was.
Far too big for me. In which case, Does anyone have a problem if I take one of her horns as a souvenir?
Oh, no, Sinali, a flame burge is a style to a weapon. So
Oh.
if you ever see, if you've ever looked in,
Yeah.
Basically, it's like a sword, but the blade is like wavy instead of straight.
Yeah.
So whenever light hits it, it looks like it's on fire.
if you've ever seen within my own rules, if you go to weapons and then
Yeah.
go to modifications, you'll see that you can turn any weapon into a flame burge.
In which case, what type of weapon is her weapon base? Is it a simple weapon?
Yes, it would have been, because she's a
Which-
caster. She wouldn't be wielding something like
In
big.
which case, Cindy goes, "Can I have her weapon as a souvenir?"
Yeah, take it. It's yours.
Prefer that over taking her horn.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That was going to
Although-
be my second thing if you said no to the weapon.
Although Karius does need a new horn.
We
He had a new one, and he decided to get rid again. He obviously does not want it.
He likes being lopsided. I don't think he realizes that he tilts his head slightly to one side because one side's heavier than the other.
What if we give him a horn on the side that's lopsided then? So his head tilts more.
What
No,
Yeah.
I'm not-
weapon should I add?
it's it'd be a dagger. Let's go with.
That's a point. How do we go back and explain to Karius that we left on this trip and come back with a god?
We say exactly that.
Particularly as he's
He
the
already
relig-
worshipped the goddess. I don't know.
Yeah,
how
he's the
he
religious
would-
one of the party.
And the party come back religious.
I mean, he doesn't have to
I think
take part if he doesn't want to.
Yeah, I just love the idea of us going back and being like, yeah, we're religious now. And he's like, yes, about time you came round to my goddess. Actually, no, not your goddess.
I am not religious. I
Yeah,
am
we're not
religious.
religious.
if anything, it's probably better that he didn't, because he's already in a bit of a shaky
Yeah.
ground.
I
He's
know,
already on
that's why
thin
I mentioned
ice.
it. I was like, he's already in trouble with his goddess, let alone bringing another one
Mhm.
home.
That's true.
No, maybe
Alright.
they could be friends.
They then again kind of pull you with this sort of swirling mist down towards the ground and rest you on the floor, so that you can acquire said piece of stone, anything you like. You can take a chunk of this altar, and he said you can shape it to however you wish. Meaning, if you later want to chip at it and carve at it and turn it into something else, you can.
Yeah, I feel like we all take like
Yes.
a size that kind of like fits in our hands, but I'd also like to take a fairly sizable piece that we could just put on the airship.
Yep,
That's a
absolutely.
good idea. And I
'Cause then
mean,
we
I
have a
have all those
traveling
tools, so
thing.
I can help carve things.
Hey, cool.
So pick a
Excellent,
symbol.
A symbol.
Maybe a cute little teddy bear, or how about this? And she like, well, I haven't got my snake with me. Huh? No, I have got my snake. No, I haven't got my snake. I can't remember. Anyway,
No, your snake is currently your anchor.
yes.
Your pearl
so
python
it's
is
like,
how you
yeah.
potentially get back if you get lost in time.
yeah.
Okay, then yes, a symbol. Really, he's happy to let you decide, as long as it's not too ridiculous. Like a teddy bear, maybe not, but something that
Maybe one-
incorporates all your
Warm and
ideas.
Maybe
Warm and inviting.
maybe a pair of glassed hands, one dark and one light.
I like that.
Oh, yeah, like
You know how hard it
two-
is to carve fingers.
like you know, like when two hands are together in prayer, but one's white and one's black.
Or a pair of eyes, one black, one white. Or you could carve one of them into the shape of an ear because they were all about hearing their god.
That's true.
How
That's
complex
true.
do we go with this? What about two
Please, not
hands
too
resting
complex.
on scales?
If I'm going to have to carve multiples, not too complex.
I like that as well. Llyvelin, if you've got two hands pressing down on the scales
To
deliberately
balance,
to balance
yeah.
them, that also works really well. Yeah.
Or even just scales by themselves for balance.
Yep. That's
Traditional
also
balance.
good. The idea of it
Um,
being intentional balance, though, with the hands is
mm.
good. It kind of like exemplifies that. Yeah.
I was
All
kind
right.
of joking at how complicated that would be, but yeah, you do make a point. It does fit.
What if for the smaller ones we do something simple, and then for the one for your airship you do a more complicated one? Like that's the main symbol, and these like sub symbols.
What if we do
Yeah, they
put
could work too.
an altar on the airship?
Well, book lady said she wanted to take a big piece for the airship.
That's true.
Yeah, just in case we wanted to reach out and we're traveling, you know? Just a thought.
We can maybe roll religion checks, as none of you are really understanding how to fully contact a god. But
Hell yeah,
okay, never mind.
he's my god now.
Holy 20s. Okay, so effectively, you will still need some sort of spell like commune or augury or such. However,
Contact
you can use what you have, this so-called consecrated ground, as focuses for said things. So, like commune requires like incense and a vial of holy water or something. You can instead substitute that for this. And if you maybe find clergy that are able to impart some divine essence onto them, then you might find a way to create a permanent place to commune. This stone altar, this was exactly that. It was that rune was to manifest them. You could carve similar smaller runes onto these and hopefully then impart power onto them, and eventually have a magic item that, when put all together, would cast something of a similar spell, like commune.
Would if he's gonna have his own domain and he's got his portal, would technically, in my sense, contact other plane work?
Yes, that's another spell that could work as well. Like I say, there's a few of them, like a listed augury, commune, contact other plane would also work because you've opened up the portal, literally.
That works then.
Yep.
Wait,
So you have a way to do it already, right? As a spell.
yeah, as a ritual.
Yep. So you can already do this. That's fine. If you didn't have that, you'd have to find another way by maybe creating a magic item through use of these pieces. But yeah, that works too. And like I say, you'll have I'll give you advantage on the save as well. Like I said, you have advantage on checks to do with them, like influence
do.
checks. I'll consider that. I'll extend that as well to saving throws, so that if you have to roll that intelligence save, you can have advantage when contacting the Grey Prince.
Nice.
All right, sweet, perfect. Then, with that, guys, you see as the pieces have kind of crumbled and broken away, they've lowered you down, and they say, "I hear you are continuing your journey onwards. If you wish to discover more about the Grendel route, I would urge you to be cautious. I do feel as though the Grendel route was not as it is always. That is to say, something may have changed it in the past. I feel the Grindelroot may have had a more, maybe benign effect, but something has twisted it. Something has caused it to grow out of control. I cannot prove this theory, only that, for whatever reason, sometime in history, it destroyed a great deal of the black glass crevasse. It did this of its own accord, seemingly, but I would not be surprised if something had intentionally caused it. Maybe something used it, twisted its purpose. It may have even been corrupted before it even arrived here, in this place. Maybe that's why it arrived here, because someone tried to use it for ill, and instead lost control of it. Heed my words, and go forth. Restore balance to this oppressive Underdark. With that, you see them mingle again with the fog and dissipate into it. And you're left standing at the entrance to a long cave where I've mentioned before, and I'll say it for Andy, there is a long tunnel. It leads further down, and there's also the same route that you've been tracking, and it pierces through this tunnel, potentially blocking the way. You might be able to squeeze and climb over it or under it, but either way, it runs the risk of touching it as you pass through the tunnel. As for the spirits of the High Priest, they've merged into Eirina.
Hey,
Okay.
Please don't start talking with multiple voices.
Don't worry, I don't plan to.
I love.
They're not like exactly in you. Let's say you
I
can
just
call
imagine
upon
any
them.
time that I do Spirit Shroud now, it's just going to be them.
Yeah, that's right. You're calling upon them.
Yeah.
They push themselves out of the ethereal.
I absolutely love that I am the necromancer, but you're the one forming the army of the undead.
I mean,
Not
she
an
is
army, it's a boat crew.
poker.
Yeah.
So it's not an army; it's a navy.
It's a navy, which is a type of army.
No, listen,
Oh, no.
you're not the only necromancer here, okay?
True.
True, I can summon.
I
the dead
just happen
too.
to use my abilities more than you.
I use my abilities; they just don't work out very well.
She's even holding a skull. In
Yes,
this
that's
image.
Kaz.
That's true.
And to be fair, I controlled the undead we've come across here so far pretty well.
True. True. You've done well done. You've all done a great job. Now let's get moving. The cell is still being besieged by.
I
Who
assume
put you in charge?
Yeah, I assume it's even more dangerous down there. So, and we're lacking in. I'm lacking still. I'm gonna false life myself again.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm on 0 hit dice now.
Oh.
This is it.
Well, maybe you could ask your god for one last favor before, we embark.
Mr. Amon, can
He's
we
not a
get the
god.
Can we get the benefits of a long sleep without sleeping, please?
There's a very fair point. We had a god speaking to us. We're like, hey, do you want to like heal us up? No? Okay.
Well, can we get us some healing?
I mean, we saved you. You save us now. Like,
Full replenishment.
we
Long
need
rest.
to to stop a great evil from unbalancing things. So if you could help us by, restoring
why
us,
didn't
that'd
you
be
just
great.
why didn't you just ask? Yes. You saw in the fight I was able to gift infinite healing.
Can that
Yes,
also
you should have
restore?
mentioned.
Can that also restore
Here.
spell slots for those that use them?
Much of my magic was siphoned by that tiefling, but I'll
but you
see
now
what I
have
have
10
left.
followers, not just 5. So you've technically doubled in power.
That's true.
True. Jinx.
And
Kind of.
and if you include, does Candlewick count as a follower?
No.
Yeah.
No.
They will
What about the weird
restore
book?
the weird book. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
Grimoire.
Grimoire. Grimoire has been silent this whole time, but if you are mentioning them, I guess we mentioned them out of game. I'll just say that they have been very quiet this whole time, Llyvelin.
Why?
Why? Why indeed? You could ask them. It's up to you.
You want to be a follower of Amon Grimoire? I mean, technically, if I am, you are. I guess that's how that works.
Don't even think about it.
Don't think about what.
Indoctrinating me into a cult.
Okay. Is it indoctrinating if I'm agreeing to it and you've always said that we are one? Technically, me making this decision is also you making this decision.
They should be speaking telepathically.
Yeah, this is.
The only thing that interests me is what possessed Zacchaeus to try and steal a god's spark, and how miserably they failed.
You almost sound jealous, and I don't like that tone. But probably to do with power, wanting power. That's usually what it comes down to. These sort of things.
You're getting more powerful, Llyvelin. We are getting more powerful. But the ceiling gets harder to pierce every time. We need these ideas. We could learn a thing or two from a god.
You're right. I was thinking that, to be fair. We could learn from a god.
Maybe even learn how to become one. After all, if it's possible for elven kings and princes, it's possible for you.
We'll table that for now. I'm not sure. That's never been a goal.
Table it then.
Is it a goal?
But it seems ascension is a possibility. A
At what cost?
secret that long was thought forgotten. And he doesn't seem to respond when you ask what cost. Seems to go quiet.
The first time in ever that Llyvelin's gone. Something doesn't feel right with my bug.
For the first time. Wow,
Literally.
incredible.
Up until this point, he's just been like, yeah, you give something to me, I give something to you. No, it's them being like, I want something. And it's like, that.
For us, of course, is
But it's-
what he was
but it-
getting at.
But it's not something that Llyvelin wanted.
Aligns.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. Like you said, you table it for now. You've got your goals. But that's just maybe adding another one for the far-flung future. Your current goal is immortality, that elixir that you're brewing.
Yeah, to an extent.
Yeah. All right. So just before we end tonight's session, I just want to see if you guys actually brush against this Grendel route or not, since it is in the tunnel and it is in the way. But you can restore your health back to full, by the way. As for spell slots, that might be a little trickier.
I
what
mean,
you got left in the tank?
I can restore some of mine left on a short rest. Well, one of them.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I mean, both of you can. Yeah, short rests. They're good.
So I don't know if the god is giving us the benefits of a short rest as part of this healing. For ease.
I mean, you can just take a short rest if you wish right now. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can have the benefits of a short rest.
And then I
You did spend
can
a long time talking.
I can use magical cunning and restore a spell slot.
Magical cunning you can only use once per long rest. It's mainly used for if you're between fights, but you haven't got enough time for a short rest. You use it as a quick
I was looking
minute.
at the bit where it says time. It takes 1 minute. That's all. That's fine.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's used as a quick reserve that you pull on, but you can't do it more than once per long rest. So think of it as
but this isn't a long rest, so it's irrelevant right now anyway. So it's fine.
You still have that pearl of power.
Yeah, I have the pearl of power, so.
Do you have a pearl of power? Yeah. Kesh'an gets all his ki back, all his health back. Sinali gets all their spell slots. So does Eirina. Kirstie, Andy's still got all their spell slots by the looks, so they're rocking. They're fine. So really, Llyvelin, it's only you that are severely down, and I'm going to say, like I said, they haven't got much power they can give back to you. Maybe roll me a D8, Llyvelin.
Halfway. That makes sense.
You can have a 4th level spell slot back.
Can I spend 3 sorcery points to get a 2nd level spell slot back, then burn my warlock spell slot in order to get those 3 sorcery points back, and then the warlock spell slots will be restored from the long rest?
Yes. Yeah, you're converting spell slots. You can convert warlock spell slots into sorcery points, and then sorcery points into sorcery spell slots.
Okay.
Yes, you can do that.
Yeah.
Keeps you going, keeps you rocking.
Yeah, that's basically the coffee lock thing, isn't it?
It is. Well, a coffee lock you can do. Yeah, no, you're right. That is basically coffee lock.
Yeah.
The coffee lock is supposed to be like you can get infinite spell slots, but we're not going that crazy.
No.
Okay. Well, you're all healed up thanks to the last spark of divine energy that the Grey Princess bestowed upon you. But really, it's you gave back the Grey Prince their power, which they then gifted right back to you. So
balance.
In a weird essence, it is balance. Yeah. It is. Cool.
And
I just want to tap on
false life.
False life. All right. Cool. That's fine. But yes, just before we wrap up, how are you getting past this tunnel? It's got a Grendel route in it. You can either climb or go underneath it. but it's you'd have to squeeze and potentially touch it.
You want me to see if I can get it to move?
Sure.
For previously, it was described as like Sinali's limbs when she tried to use it. So
That was a while ago. Yeah,
yeah.
and that was one particular route.
Yeah. Well, then, clutching onto the stone from the temple from the altar of Amon for potentially some extra power, Sinali will place her hand on the root to try to get it to move out of the way.
Okay, you get to roll on the table once again. And you know what? Since you basically now know what it's about, I'm going to reveal the table to you, and you can roll on it yourself.
Okay.
I have a question. You said there's a gap enough for people to maybe squeeze through.
Yes.
Like, what size person could squeeze through? Are we talking like Andy?
A medium-sized
Or-
creature could squeeze through.
Okay. I have an idea, so we'll come to that if
Andy
Sinali fails.
and Sinali would have an easier time because they're small.
Yeah, I
But-
have something that might help everybody, but also we'll see how Sinali does.
Okay.
Well, I have no idea how that's going to help me in this case.
I mean,
Mm,
we're all mammals,
oh
aren't we?
boy. Magnetoception. You can feel the Earth's magnetic field and use it to navigate. Well, that's something. That's mental. Well, Sinali, now you get a better understanding of what this is all about. Your body suddenly is intensely aware of all the metal in this room. First of all, like the swords that you're carrying, the armor that is on Eirina. Even the coins and trinkets and keys that they hold seem to suddenly bounce around in your mind as though you can sense exactly where they are. And you're only feeling that as a part of this sort of constant pulsing, thrumming force and field that is exuding from the very center or very core of the world itself. You're becoming in tune with that. It almost feels like it's coming from the Grindel root itself, as though it is that deeply rooted into the earth that it is effectively at its core. But
It's like an insane
it is
from the sense, but just for magnetic things.
exactly, yeah. For anything metal, you can just sort of sense it from for miles around. As your mind continues to reach out further and further, you start to sense the buildings and structures in the Deep Delvers Enclave. You know, there's a metal cups, there's framework, there's nails in the boards, weapons,
It's like coin I
armor.
lost last Tuesday.
Absolutely, yeah. And with it, even further beyond, sensing suddenly heartbeats, electromagnetic. Well, wait, that's a different one, isn't it? Let me check. Is that on the table? I'm sure electro reception is on here. That's electric fields around like creatures emitted by prey. So magnoperception is more like magnetic. So yeah, no. If you'd rolled a 9, it would
the
be
iron in people's blood, because that's technically metal.
That's really pushing it. Maybe. I mean, roll a perception check.
Oh god. Amon. In this case, I guess.
That's a thing now.
Amazing.
15. I'm gonna say not the blood in people's veins, but
No.
you need really,
Okay.
more like concentrated metals. You do sense a metal bridge up ahead.
Okay. Focusing on this metal and sort of feeling out, can I perhaps detect where the hanged man is imprisoned and see if they have any metal on them? Like, is there an area
They are probably not within reach, but there's certainly certainly the sense that you're getting closer to a structure with metal in it. Yes, you're getting like toward, but it's kind of also a field that is intentionally blocking you out. Like whatever this is, it was built as a container, and
Well,
your mind kind of bounces off this large cell like structure. You can sense like a dome, then a cube, then that's what you're feeling out. It's quite big as well. You would sense it's probably about 50 feet by 50 feet.
So, just looking at it, was the one that I got the first time the nociception? The ability to feel pain?
That's right. That's what you rolled.
You should have just let me roll a 6, just because it would be fitting for this, because I'm trying to use the stone and it's the balance one. It's literally 1/4 balance.
Yeah. That is true. You're right.
However,
whatever your connection to this thing is, it does not allow you to move the Grendel root. It is stuck in place, and likely has been for centuries.
that didn't work though. There's something big and metal up ahead. I think a bridge and then a building of some kind that might be a cell. I could detect like all metal all the way up to like the surface. It was.
Yes.
That was weird.
But yes, in the interest of time, I will say you guys are going to get through there eventually, somehow, right? Either through squeezing or
My plan was I have a cask of oil. Put it on the floor and we all just slide.
loop yourself up. Yeah, sure. Go for it. Give me acrobatics with advantage, everyone. This is so bizarre. God.
That's not bizarre. I've seen it done before.
You're making a little slip and slide to go through the tunnel.
Yes, I am.
That's only from the mind of Steph could this.
Acrobatics with advantage.
Yeah.
This ain't gonna go well.
Kesh'an's like,
else
wee!
Yeah, I knew it.
Like, God damn it, Llyvelin.
He bonks his head,
You
smacks
all,
it on the Grendel root as he goes past.
you all rolled all the good rolls.
No,
By
no,
the
no.
time I got
Can
ready,
we get to one side and then just grab Llyvelin's arms or legs and just drag him slowly?
Oh, like we're all like at one full toboggan.
No, we'll go through first, but then we see you struggle, so we're just going to grab you and pull you through, like, very carefully, almost like it's like playing Operation.
Sure.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, someone.
The rest of us passed, it's just
strength.
Llyvelin. Like, surely that's a pass for the group.
I mean, particularly with Andy.
It's a group pass. Yeah, group pass.
Oh, and I should roll for downwards too, real quick. Yeah, he slides
How
on through.
did the guy in
Easy.
school plate do it better than
Listen,
It acts like a sled. All right. I'm gonna in the interest of time, just quickly give you the last bit of description. As several of you are pulling Llyvelin through the tunnel, the others look on ahead to check the coast is clear. And one moment, this will be the last thing. Okay, yep. Oh, you're into the next map. Lovely. I've got an image as well for you. A handout. Like that's great.
You know, technically this is a check, so Andy could have bardic inspiration to Llyvelin to help him succeed.
fine, we got an average of 19.1.
Funny though. Okay. Excuse me. A cracked stone bridge crosses a deep gorge filled with smoke rising from a smoldering glow below. A glyph has been etched in silver at the edge of the bridge. A body lies near the glyph as well, armored. But their body has been badly destroyed, I want to say. It's like clearly burnt in some regard. Like, you'll have to just figure it out a little bit later, but it looks like their body has been practically incinerated. Just the armor remains. And across the bridge, that is clearly some sort of 20-foot wide sigil that's been carved into the stone floor of the cavern, and it is sending forth crackling lightning arcs that spark up to the stalactites on the ceiling. And smoke rises from 3 small smoldering piles of ash around the sigil as well. And those weird little stones as well you see on the wall, like those are like tubes. It looks like the natural stone walls of the cavern entrance end in a wall worked of volcanic rock, and they've been embedded with metal rods. And that's what you've been sensing up to this point, Sinali. This wall seems to be comprised of hundreds of them, and most definitely they are some sort of lead. Though I'm not sure is lead magnetic? I'm sure it is, right? No, maybe it's not. Either way, it's definitely.
Don't remember.
No, not gonna. No, lead is not magnetic, but I can tell you that the rest of the exterior is still kind of built with some sort of metal that you're pinging off.
Lead is technically diamagnetic, which means whilst it doesn't attract magnets, it actually is weakly repelled by them.
Yes. Well, that's what I was. That's right. I actually described it correctly the first time when I said like it feels like more you're rebounding off of it. And that you couldn't like pierce inside. Yeah, that's why. It seems like some sort of shell to keep you out. But there you go. A set of large double doors have also been shattered off their hinges. And there's a rough natural tunnel as well somewhere around here. But that's where we're going to leave tonight. Leave you in front of this crazed, sparking rune and smoldering piles of ash. And we'll figure out how to cross this bridge next time. And we'll see if Llyvelin gets freed from the tunnel. Until next time, though.
All through. It's fine.
I just imagine he's stuck there all week, struggling.
Oh, I see.
But, all right. Thank you, guys. And we'll see you all next week. Tune in on Friday as well for Tomb of Annihilation. Sunday for Call from the Deep. And Monday again for the Root campaign, the Thorned Roses. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Oh.